So today we're going to do deep filled jacket potatoes. I've got some jacket potatoes here in a tray. Some people, they'll just put it straight onto the rack in the oven. That's entirely up to you. Some people will half microwave them first and then put them in the oven, or the other way around. I'm sure you can find some YouTube clips of people who do that. But what I'm going to do is I've just literally washed the potatoes. I've put the knife through them about 5 times on each potato, and hopefully this will stop it exploding in the oven. Now, to save energy, you could use smaller potatoes. So I've just put a teaspoon there so you can see the size of the potatoes. Now, to save energy, just use smaller potatoes and just have more of them. There's nothing wrong with that. So I've preheated the oven on 200. I'm going to put these potatoes in for 40 minutes and then I will come and check them. While the potatoes in the oven, you need to open your tuna. Now, I tend to like this type of can opener. So this one fits over the top, and then you just twist the handle and then it cuts the actual lid so it fits inside. And then what I do is I just squeeze the juice just on the one side, holding it downwards into the sink. So make sure you buy a sink, so you don't want tuna juice everywhere. So just hold it into the sink and press all the juice out. And then if you just press the one side, or if you're not very confident, get a fork and put the fork through here to take the lid off. You will also need to grate some cheese. So you can use a standing grater to grate using this one here. Or if you just want to be quick, I tend to use one of these. So you just sort of hold it over the cheese and it cuts through. So I've just taken the potatoes out the oven. They've had 40 minutes. I believe they'll need longer because you can tell by the colour, but I'm just going to put my knife in anyway just to show you. So it goes into about there and then it gets quite firm. So they need longer. I'm going to give the potatoes an extra 20 minutes. So here are my potatoes all done. I can tell they're done already just by looking at them, but you can put a knife through and it goes in really easily. Just goes in so easily that you can just go straight through and you can touch the other end. Now I have got my ingredients ready. So I've got my butter, sweet corn, tuna and my slices of cheese. I have a bowl. You'll need a tablespoon, or any spoon will do, something to mash with, and a chopping board, knife, and some these tongs. If you don't have tongs, don't worry. You can just use an oven glove or a fork. So I'm going to get my potato. So here's one. Now we want to cut it along this way, not this way up. We want to slice it going along so that we have something that can fill. So you can either use the tongs or you can leave the potatoes to cool a little while before you cut. But I'm just going to cut down. You can see all the heat coming up off them. Just put them on the side once you've cut them to cool off a little bit. There we go. So I'll continue to cut the potatoes and I'll just line them up to let them cool off a little bit. So I've just sliced the potatoes in half. Now these are quite hot still. You can leave them to cool down before you do this. It just depends what heat tolerant your fingers will take, or if you can find another way of doing it. But basically what I'm going to do now is I'm going to scoop out the potato from the jacket and put it in the bowl. So I'm going to do it with all of them. Now please be careful if you're doing this while it's still hot, because they've literally just come out the oven. So the potatoes should come out really easily. If you're a beginner, please just let the potato cool down to the point where you can handle it. So I don't want anyone getting burnt. And we're going to do that with all the potatoes. Right, so now I've put the skins back in the baking tray, and then I've put the potato in this bowl here. So we're just going to break it up a little with the spoon. I'm going to put the butter in. Just mix that in and let the butter melt into the potato, if you can see there. So I'm just letting the butter melt into the potato, just mixing it around. There we go. Now I'm just going to get a little drop of milk and put a splash in. There we go. Mix that round. If you want a more creamier mix, you can actually put cream in, but I thought, seeing as I've already got butter in, I won't put the cream in. So this is the consistency. I don't know if you can see that. Then I'm going to push the potato off the spoon and use the potato masher just to make sure lumps are out of it. Give it a really good mash. You don't have to do this, you can just leave it with the spoon. So now giving that a good mash, just scrape off the potato. Now I'm going to add my sweet corn and my tuna. So I had 3 cans just because I'm doing so many. There we go. And then what we want to do is mix that all in. Sort of mixing and sort of slicing into it in my spoon. Carry on. There we go. So that's what it looks like. And what I'm going to do now is you can add a bit of salt and pepper if you'd like to, and then you spoon it back into the jacket. So I've just spooned the potato back in to the jacket skins, and then I'm going to just pop some cheese on each potato, on each jacket. There we go. So I've done slices. Obviously if you've got grated, pop that on. Just make sure each one gets some cheese on. And then we just put them back in the oven for 15 minutes. So here are the filled jacket potatoes all done. Now you can use different filling. You could pre-cook some bacon and chop that up and put that in, or pre-cook some sausages, slice it up, put that in. If you prefer a more veggie version, you could just chop up some peppers into little tiny cubes with sweet corn, maybe some peas, mix that in. So you can put what you would like in it, just vary it a little. Give it a go, hope it works out. Good luck.